Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. This is a aircraft kit in 1/48 scale as it's written here, and copies C18S Magic by Moonlight. That's an airshop aircraft, but I think it's not difficult to guess on which plastic this model is based. We reviewed previous issues of this plastic before. You can find on our YouTube channel and also on the website if you are into photos, let's say. But this is a recent release, this is a commercial sample, so it means you will get exactly the same kit if you order it from any good model shop. For example, Modelimex should have it for sure, and we are going to check it closer. As you can see, box art is quite nice. Here you can see comparison with my hand. It's a typical ICM box for 1/48 scale aircraft. Here we have some information about the kit, also a short history note here, and in total there are 130 parts. Total length of the assembled aircraft will be 217 millimeters, and from the other side we have the same marking option which we saw on the box art. So let's open this box. And in the meantime, let me remind you that we are still getting money for the new tripod, and you can help us by pressing the donate button on our website and choosing the amount you would like to send us. Some of you already donated, and I would like to say thank you for this because it helped us improve the quality of the video reviews. You can see it with your own eyes, you can even hear it with your own ears, let's say. So here is what we have inside this plastic bag. They're all sprues. Also we have assembly manual with Decal Sheet on the bottom, but we will check it a bit later. I would like to start with plastic parts. So just give me a second. Let's open it. Okay. Alright, so first of all we have this plastic sprue with fuselage halves. I will zoom in so that you can see it in detail. Note that this half is molded together with aerials, so be careful in order not to break it. Here we have separate door, so if you feeling, let's say, modifying this kit, this might be a perfect choice to do the first modification on this kit. Note that nose section is pre-molded, so you have to deal with the joint section between those two parts. Tail section, of course, is molded separately because, as you remember, this aircraft has two tail wings. And I will bring it closer so that you can see those recessed panel lines. Detailing level is typical for ICM kits, it's really nice. And inside we have guiding elements which will help you with proper alignment of those parts. As you remember, this kit also features interior detailing. That's why we have those tabs for proper installation of those elements. But again, I will remind you, be careful with those thin parts because it is really easy to break them, and then it will be really tricky to fix them. Next we have, I guess those parts are specific for this version. So here we have landing gear wheels and also nose area as far as I can guess. Landing gear wheels are molded as one-piece parts, so you just separate them, paint them, and you're good to go. Of course you will have to use masks for this, or maybe some sharp airbrush, brush, but overall detailing seems to be fine, I would say. Even though there are no writings on the tire walls, but I think it will be more than enough for out-of-the-box build. Next we have this quite interesting plastic sprues. I will show them on the cutting mat because it's easier to do. Let's zoom in, focus the camera. Now you should be able to see it. Obviously those parts will be used for the engine gondolas. As you can see, these are special inserts which will ensure the proper rigidity of the whole assembly for the engines. And molding quality seems to be fine. I don't see any possible problems here. So the only thing required from you is careful assembly, and that's pretty much all. Okay, next we have wing part. This is the first wing half. So let's zoom out a bit. Of course you can notice that flaps are pre-molded, ailerons are separate, engine gondolas are also pre-molded, and here inside we have some guiding elements which will help you with alignment, because otherwise it will be tricky to combine together those two halves. Here you can see comparison with my palm. This is a really big part, do not underestimate it. And here we have the look at the external detailing. We have nice recessed panel lines, For the flaps, as far as I remember, we have also aftermarket P sets available, so if you're into dropped flaps on the aircraft, you might have to modify all this section. Okay, next we have the top wing half. So basically we have here two wing halves. As you can see, this one is molded again together with engine gondolas, again with flaps, but here we have this special cutout for the fuselage. And here you can see it from the other side. Note that wing edges will serve as a guiding elements as well. I will bring it closer so that you understand what I'm talking about. The same, by the way, can be said about the flaps. So here you can see wing edge, and here you can see the flap edge. So it should be easy to combine these two parts together, and you will have a really good fitment once you glue them with each other. Okay, next we have separate plastic bag with transparent parts. Here it is. Let's open it. Obviously, this type of packaging is used in order to avoid accidental scratches to these clear parts, which look good, and you can see it with your own eyes. So here it is. This plastic sprue, let's zoom in. The only thing which you need is mask sheet, because masks are not included here. It is typical for ICM, so be ready to buy them or to cut them with your own hands. But as I said, molding quality looks really great. And here we have last gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to various minor elements. I will place it like this. Let's zoom out a bit. So here you can see all the parts. As I said before, we have some interior detailing. Here you can see the cockpit of this aircraft. And here we have some landing gear parts, the seats for the interior, engines, propellers, landing gear wheels, even though this version won't be used. Here we have the tail fins, tail plane, and etc, etc. Molding quality is really great. Even on thin parts there is no flash or any other possible molding problem, so I think it will be really easy to work with those parts. I can bring closer this instrument panel so that you can see what we have here. Here it is. Of course, there is an aftermarket set available in order to upgrade this kit, so if you would like to have a better looking cockpit dashboard or some other fine elements, you can resort to P parts. But even out of the box build, as I said before, it should look good as long as you carefully assemble all the parts together and paint them nicely. Okay, now we move on to assembly manual. Here it is. Large color printed brochure, but first I would like to show you the decal sheet, which is not big because here basically we have, as far as I remember, we have only one marking option. So here is the decal sheet. Let's refocus the camera. Now we should be able to see it. Printing quality is really nice. We have all necessary symbols even for propellers. Obviously there are no stencils included, even though this is a 1/48 scale. So it would be cool to see some stencils, but you might have to search for some aftermarket upgrade in this sense, let's say. So, assembly manual. We have short history notes in Russian and English, technical specifications, paints chart, and then we have parts map. So, as I said, those landing gear wheels won't be used in this build. Then assembly process starts with the left fuselage half. We continue with installation of the transparent elements, assembly of the cockpit, insertion of the internal elements, as well as assembly of this instrument panel with pedals. Then we install this into the fuselage half. We continue with right fuselage half. We join everything together, assemble the engine mount as far as I can guess. Yes, then this engine mount is installed into the lower wing half. Then we continue with ailerons. We assemble the seats and the control column for the pilots. Then we join two wings together. Here we install the landing gear system. And as far as I can guess, you can assemble both versions. So you can assemble with retracted landing gear wheel or with, let's say, folded up. Then you join fuselage half, actually the fuselage assembly together with wing, and as you can see, wing will feature these passenger seats inside. Then we continue with the tail plane assembly. Here we have the nose section. This is a new nose section which is specific for C18S. Then we continue with landing gear wheels, main landing gear wheels, main landing gear doors, and in total you will have to perform 58 steps in order to have your aircraft ready to be painted. Here we have first image which is given as a marking guide. As you remember, this aircraft had quite special marking, I would say. And here you can see also profile view of this aircraft. So only one marking option in this kit, but I think it won't be difficult to find something else if you would like to depict it on your model. So this kit should be already available, and I think it will be a good looking model in 1/48 scale. Obviously, even out of the box build should be a really nice project, and I will be happy to hear your opinion about such kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do not forget that you can also donate to us via PayPal. It's really crucial for us, and we will be happy to see your support. And of course, I will see you in the next video as usual. Bye.